Hi everybody. Thank you for joining me for my very first YouTube instruction video for Posh. And I want to thank you because this is going to save all of us, you especially, some headache, because I'm not going to post really lengthy videos on Facebook. I will just post this link on Facebook, and anybody who wants to watch the video can do that. I have been trying to figure out how to drum up interest or get Posh onto people, and to be able to also to appeal to a younger generation and crowd. And so for that purpose, I have been talking to my leader, my platinum leader, and she suggested that possibly my daughter would be willing to do a video and show you the Posh ingredients that she uses in her skincare regimen. Now, she doesn't use 100% of the Posh products for her skincare regimen, so let me make sure that I'm clear on that first. But I'm going to turn this video over to Corey and let her show you what she does and what each of the products does for her and her skin type. Thanks, Corey.
Hi, I've already been introduced, but I'm Corey, and my aunt has asked me to show you guys what I use for my skincare routine. And the first thing I use morning and night is milking it, and it is typically what you'd use for like a body wash, but I really like the smell of it, and one day I just used it for my face, and I really felt like this clean feeling, and it really worked for me, and so it cleared me up a lot, especially my forehead. And something else that I use more recently is Zit Zapper, and it has just a real creamy like consistency that you just put on wherever your trouble spots are, and it helps me out a lot. And then with all of these products, your face can get a little dried out, and so I use Gel Yes, which is a real citrusy like moisturizer. Okay, and then she also asked me to talk about the new highlighters and stuff and show you guys how to use them. So the one we will be using today is the pink liquid highlighter. Is there a certain name for this one?
It should be on the box.
Pinking Out Loud. This is for more like white women with like warm skin tones but not too dark, which me and my aunt here. And so the first thing that I've done already is I've put some concealer under my eyes and on my forehead, on my nose, and just in some problem areas that I have, and then did foundation over that, and that's it. So this is the concealer I use. It's just e.l.f. And then I took a beauty blender and just blended it out. And so I figured it'd probably be nice to talk about where you should put your highlighter first. Typically, you put it above your brow or under your brow here, on your cheekbones, your cupid's bow, the tip of your nose, the bridge of your nose, and your chin. You don't have to put it in all those places, but you can if you're wanting to go all out with your highlighter. I personally just put my nose here, 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 and here. Because my forehead gets really oily, so I tend to avoid putting highlighter there because there's a lot of natural highlighter that I already have. So this is the bottle, and it's a dropper. Some highlighters are just like packed highlighters that you can put on. So I'm just going to get right into it, and the first thing, I'm just going to put some on the back of my hand, and then go in with a beauty blender and put it on my cheeks. So I just have a small amount on the back of my hand, and I'm going to take the end of a beauty blender, a damp beauty blender. Sorry, I didn't quite get enough. It helps if you have a damp beauty blender because then there's already a small amount of water in the beauty blender, and that way it doesn't absorb all your product. So I'm going to put it just on my cheekbones because that's where your skin is, or your bone is kind of raised. So you want to like highlight those. And I know that Posh says that you can mix this highlighter with your moisturizer. Thank you. You can mix it with your moisturizer, which you can totally do that if you need a little extra glow. But if you find that you have really oily skin, I wouldn't recommend doing that because it'll just like make it more oily. Okay. So now I have it on my cheekbones, and it's blinding. That's a really good highlight. So, and then the next place that I'm going to talk about that you can do it is on the top of your brow bone here, under your, like on your brow bone, under your eyebrow. And that's one of the places that I like to do it a lot because it makes your eyeshadow pop. So I'm going to grab a brush, and the brush I'm using is kind of shaped like this, so I can get in there well. So again, I'm just going to put some on the back of my hand, but just a little bit because you don't need a lot here. Okay. So I grab the end, and there's a little bit of product on there, and I'm just going to put it on my brow bone. So now there's highlight on my brow bone. And again, you can totally put it above your brow bone, just like in this section here. And if you're feeling it, on your forehead as well. And then now I'm going to put some just on the tip of my nose, because that is another place that a lot of people like to put it, including myself. And as well, like whenever you put it on, sometimes I just put it on my cheekbones too. So if you're just having a normal day, you definitely don't have to put it everywhere. You can put it wherever you want. That's the thing that I love about makeup. It's totally just however you want to do it. So that's a lot of the areas that you can put it, and you can totally blend it out more if you want as well. So you can feel free to customize it however you want to. And then the last, well, second to last place that you can put it is on your cupid's bow. And typically if you have a very defined cupid's bow, it'll be more effective, but if you don't, you'll still get that glow. I'm just using the same end, and I'm just going to put a little bit there and there. So it's on my cupid's bow, and I have a little bit of a natural glow, but not natural, so that's a secret. And then the next thing I'm going to show you that I saw in the video is you take a little bit of lipstick. This one. Quick, get it out of there. Okay. The pink one, the pinkish shade. I think it's blushing or something. Yeah, that. This one. Okay, so I've got two shades of Vial. This one is Mocha Me, and then this one is just the primer. So I'm going to another Posh product. Which is, these are both Posh products, as well as the highlighter.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put on this primer. Another thing that I like about Posh is they've kind of like reinvented their own little doe foot, and it's like perfectly shaped for your mouth, and I love it. Yep, gotta let it dry a little bit, just a little bit.
About a minute.
Yep. And then after it dries, it's one.
Yeah.
What you try to blend your, what you do
Yeah.
after,
Yeah.
or after your highlighter.
So I feel that it's dry now. So now I'm just going to actually put the Mocha color of Vial, which is another Posh product, on my lips. Which I've learned from Posh that a little bit goes a long way. wrong? Am I missing a spot?
No, it's beautiful on you.
Okay, so now that we have this mocha color on, what you can do when you're going out on a night on a town or whenever you want, you can just grab a little bit of your your highlight on a brush kind of with this kind of end, and you're just going to dip in there until you have a little bit on it, and right in the center of your mouth, need a little more. Didn't quite get enough first time. Okay. Okay. So on your brush, and then right in the center of your lip, and it adds a little bit of highlight there. So, and then also if you're feeling that you added just a little bit too much highlight anywhere, although I think that that is a statement that should never be said. Even if you are feeling like you had a little bit of highlight there, you can add a little bit of translucent powder on a brush. I'm going to put some, and then you can go right over it with the brush, with the translucent or setting powder or just any other type of powder that you use, anywhere that you put it, and it'll help bring it down. So, is that all you want me to talk about? Or anything else? Okay. So, thank you.
Your setting powder, the setting powder.
Oh yeah, the setting spray. And then the last thing after you do when you have your makeup on, eyeshadow, concealer, everything, highlight, whatever you want to have on for the day, we have, Posh has a setting spray called All Set that has a slight coconutty smell, and you want to spray this about 6 to 10 inches away from your face. Woo. And your makeup is all set.
Thank you, Corey, so much for the lesson. And I learned a ton of stuff. She's my makeup artist, and the reason I look bare, because after this video, I'm going to do a video, and I'm going to show you what my regimen is for in the morning or in the evening. So I want to thank you for your time today and for the time that you took to watch the video that highlighted some of our Posh products. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. You can reach me at ppchris5409@gmail.com. You can look at the catalog online, or if you'd like to request a catalog or a core catalog or a summer catalog, please message me on my Facebook page. And so I look forward to lots of likes, lots of hits on this video, and thanks everybody for your time tonight.